From Eliot's The Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, this is the old Persian cat. I have a Persian cat in mind, her name is Jenny Any Dots. Her coat is of the tabby kind, with tiger stripes and leopard spots. All day she sits upon the stair, or on the step, or on the mat. She sits and sits and sits and sits, and that's what makes a Persian cat. But when the day's hustle and bustle is done, then the Persian cat's work is but hardly begun. And when all the family's in bed and asleep, she slips down the stairs to the basement to creep. She is deeply concerned with the ways of the mice. Their behavior's not good, and their manners not nice. So when she has got them lined up on the matting, she teaches them music, crocheting, and tatting. I have a Persian cat in mind, her name is Jenny Any Dots. Her equal would be hard to find, she likes the warm and sunny spots. All day she sits upon the hearth, or in the sun, or on my hat. She sits and sits and sits and sits, and that's what makes a Persian cat. But when the day's hustle and bustle is done, then the Persian cat's work is but hardly begun. As she finds that the mice will not ever keep quiet, she is sure it is due to irregular diet. And believing that nothing gets done without trying, she sets straight to work with her baking and frying. She makes them a mouse cake of bread and dried peas, and a beautiful fry of lean bacon and cheese. I have a Persian cat in mind, her name is Jenny Any Dots. The curtain cord she likes to wind, and tie it into sailor's knots. She sits upon the windowsill, or anything that's smooth and flat. She sits and sits and sits and sits, and that's what makes a Persian cat. But when the day's hustle and bustle is done, then the Persian cat's work is but hardly begun. She thinks that the cockroaches just need employment, to keep them from idle and wanton destroyment. So she's formed from that lot of disorderly louts a troop of well-disciplined, helpful Boy Scouts, with a purpose in life and a good deed to do, and she's even created a beetle's tattoo. So to old Persian cats let us now give 3 cheers, on whom well-ordered households depend, it appears.